guys. This could have been the most unexpected and a saddest event in my life. Yes, according to the title, I lost my job. The day it was... Wait, let me fix my hair. It was February 1st when we were told that we will be having a general meeting, and they didn't tell us what we will be talking about. The agenda, there was none, so we didn't really know what to expect out of this general meeting. The introduction from the admin side was very, I don't know, it scared me, and I was already nervous days before. It was actually a whole day meeting, but it turned out to be a one-on-one interview for each employee. So I actually had my turn after lunch. It was around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I was actually told that it was just about evaluation and distribution of the ITR. Yes, ITR. So I was I felt a bit relaxed, but I was still nervous because it actually took a long time for me to be called. It was already after lunch, yes, 2 p.m. So when it was my turn, I didn't know what to expect, but hoping that it was an evaluation also for me, performance evaluation. So when I got inside, our manager in Cebu had her introduction, telling me about the company status, something like that. And then the another Japanese talked to me, the Japanese from Manila, and told me that this and that. So I'll not tell you a lot of information about that, but he actually said something to lighten me up of the pressure that was building up during our one-on-one interview. He told me that I was I was good in talking to people. I like socializing according to them. But when he told me that, I actually raised an eyebrow. Something like that. Because no, I myself cannot say that I am a social, how do you say? I'm not fond of socializing, especially to new people. Maybe I socialize with close friends like that, but when talking to new people, it's something I struggle with all the time. Most of the time I will just be quiet. I start talking when I feel comfortable already of the company. So yeah, it was something questionable for me that I was fond of socializing. So yes, it was like that to brighten me up, but it didn't actually. So yeah, I was when after the Japanese told me that, the HR then did her talking. She said to me like this and like that, and then they actually surprised me with a contract. But I was not renewing my contract. They were giving me a new contract for a different position. then I was actually employed as web developer of the company, but they gave me a new offer to be a IT sales associate. From the word sales itself, it's something I will not do. I cannot really do. Selling is actually not my forte. It has always been a weakness, and I have always been avoiding that kind of job ever since. So yeah, I read their job description, and they said that I have to search for new trends, I have to do something like this and like that. A lot of research, and we have to report, and then everything. It's not my thing. And it's actually far from being a web developer. So I asked them, what if I do not accept this new position? I was thinking that they will be just putting me back as web developer again. But sad. If I do not accept the position, I will lose my job. So yes, and then they actually lowered my salary for a couple of thousands. So when I knew I had no other choice but to lose my first job, I actually cried in front of them. Cried. Yeah. It was actually sad. So yeah, I cried in front of them, and then they told me that they're sorry. It's all they can offer for me. So I cried. Sad. Yes. So I already knew from there that I will be jobless next week. So I was the first person to come out of that room crying. Yeah, I really cried a lot. And then I went to the next room to get my ITR. Then yes, my office mates were comforting me. Chris, thank you, Chris. Chris was the first one to comfort me. Then I went to my station and cried more. Yes, so they weren't the first few people who had their one-on-one interview were actually given the evaluation. So there were actually, yeah, given an evaluation, and I didn't expect that I wouldn't get an evaluation. So I cried more. More, because I won't have, yeah, I will lose my job. So at the end of the day, there were 14 of us who lost our jobs on the grounds of redundancy. I didn't know how to face the next week, not waking up 5 in the morning just to go to work so I won't be late. I don't know how to start the day, just to wake up on broad daylight and do nothing. I don't know how to start the day without doing the routine I have been doing for 5 long years. This is actually heartbreaking for me because it's my first job and the first time I lost a job, and it's It has been 5 years. It's very long. I don't even know how to dress up for applying to work. I don't know. It's actually heartbreaking. I literally, no, not really literally. I actually cried 12 hours. But it was not a continuous crying, but yeah, it was 12 hours of crying. When I went home, I had the puffy eyes. I looked like a goldfish with the bulging eyes. And then my eyes are already a line. So yeah, it was too much crying. Yes, it's actually sad. It's not actually easy, but but despite of what happened, actually, I looked at the brighter side. I thought of a good reason why it happened. So I read this quote online. It says it says, when you lose something, don't think of it as a loss. Accept it as the gift that gets you on the path you were meant to travel on. So yes, actually, I've been planning to leave the company years before, since there was no growth already, and I wanted to be busy at something, because in the last few months in the company, I have just been watching vlogs every day. Yes, vlogs and editing, something like that. A lot of things not related to work. So maybe this happened because it was time for me to move on to another level, or come out of my shell. I have been in how do you call that? I have been comfortable in this area for too long that I have not been growing. So yes, I think it's time for me to start growing again and accept what happened. Yeah, the last wave of my crying was when I told my parents about what happened. The night before, I will tell my mama. I actually prepared for just her. I actually planned on how I will tell her the introduction, the body, and the conclusion. So it was actually hard. I didn't know what to expect from mama on what reaction she will give me or what she will be saying. And then at 5 a.m. I heard my papa's voice. So, oh my god, I only prepared for one person, but I will be telling 2 people. So I woke up again at 10 in the morning. I didn't go down. I stayed in bed rehearsing my my speech. So it was actually, I don't know, I really don't know what to expect from my parents or how they will react to what happened. So at 12 they called me for lunch. Went down. I actually drank water, which I do not do before eating, and I sat down on the dining table. Got myself some rice. After getting some rice, I told my mama, "Ma, na ako'y chika ninyo ni Papa." And then, right after the first word, I broke down and cried in front of them. Mama asked me Mama asked me what happened. So I told them that the company did some layoff, and I was actually one of those. Yeah, I cried. So Yeah, my parents actually told me that it's okay. There are a lot of opportunities out there for me, and my papa told me that it's okay. You are a civil service passer. You are eligible. So yes, there are opportunities for me in the government too. And then the one thing they told me is it's okay because there are still a lot of opportunities out there for me. So yeah, from the comforting words of my parents, I actually did fully accept what happened to me. And my papa told me that termination should not be taken something as negative. Termination should not be a problem but an opportunity. An opportunity for us to find something new, something better maybe. Yeah, so from there on, I actually accepted my fate. Yes, so yeah. For now, I'm actually still sad of what happened, because what worried me most is how am I going to pay for my bills. Maybe the reason I stayed in that company is because I have bills to pay, and the salary I get is enough for me to pay off those bills. And then it actually saddened me that I do not have any source of income to help me pay with my bills. So yeah, for now I'm actually home. I'm here in our province, moving on. I'm trying to move on from what happened and trying to build up the self-esteem, the confidence I will need to apply for a new job. I was never confident, especially in getting new, trying new things, something like that, or even applying for another work. I never had the confidence. So yes, for now, yeah, I'm building my confidence, trying to figure out which path I will be taking now, since I wanted to do a lot of things, since I wanted to work in a lot of no, not genre, in a lot of areas. I even planned in joining no, not joining, applying the government or somewhere over there. So yes, I'm okay now. Yeah, I actually thanked my manager for, yeah, I am really thankful, because a lot, there were during that time when I was applying, there were actually a lot of applicants, a lot of people to choose from, and I'm thankful that she chose me to join the company. And it was actually a good training ground. I learned a lot. The skills were enhanced. It's just that a year or two we stopped growing because our tasks have been a routine. It was just merely data entry, copy and paste. So yeah, there was not much growth anymore. So maybe this is the reason why it happened. I am meant to grow now. It's time for me to come out of my shell and go through a different path this time. So yes, termination, it's not actually termination, but it's retrenchment. So we should not take those things negatively, but think of it as a positive thing to to avail other opportunities waiting for all of us. So I'm actually okay now, guys. It's still sad, but you can't just stay sad for long. You have to move on. So we have to accept, yes, acceptance. Yes. So we have to accept that we do not work, we do not have jobs anymore. And yeah, build your self-confidence, build the confidence you need to go and move to another journey. So what I will really miss most in the company are my office mates who became my friends and finally became my family for so many years. It's not easy leaving those people there. Of course, you won't be together in the company anymore, but your friendship will always stay. You will always find time to be together again, which will be outside the company, but you will still be friends. So I think that's what's sad, because you don't get to see them every day anymore, but it's okay. So thank you for watching this sad vlog, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and tap the bell icon beside it to receive real-time notification updates on new uploads. Since I have a lot of time now, I can vlog more. So yes, and don't forget to like this video and let me know what you want to tell me in this vlog by leaving a comment below. So thank you for watching.